Certified coach and mentor, she has honed her skills in guiding individuals and teams towards unlocking their full potential and achieving their goals. Her passion for empowering individuals, particularly women re-entering the workforce, has been a driving force throughout her career. An avid reader and writer, she loves to express herself through writing and has written many blogs. Apart from this, she loves to sing and dance with her lovely daughters. So welcome, Yamini.
Thank you. Thank you, Avneet, for such a lovely introduction. A very, very good morning to all the wonderful ladies out here. And a very warm welcome for today's session. Like Avneet stated, yes, technical skills are very important, but the professional skills also play a very important role because these are some things that, we use in our day-to-day life, right? Technical skills can guide us on, on just a particular domain or field, but the professional skills are something that are used everywhere, okay, irrespective of the fact whether you're coming from, whatever background that you're coming from. Okay, now before I start with the session, a couple of things I want to make clear. If first request is, if I can ask everyone to kindly turn on their cameras, it would be good to see faces on the screen rather than, just your name and a black screen. The second is because it's goal setting and this is your session, so it's not going to be, a regular session wherein I just speak and you listen to me. I want to make the session more engaging and interactive, so I look forward to 100% participation coming from each one of you. And the third thing is that I request you to kindly get a pen and paper or a diary or notebook, whatever you have, so that you can take note of the various tips and insights I'm going to share during the session and when you're doing the activities. Okay. And please, in case if you feel that I'm way too fast, you can stop me and, you can ask me to slow down. In case you have any queries and questions, you can again just unmute yourself and, speak up. Okay. Right. So let's get started. Okay. So if I ask you all that, if let's say I give you a situation, let's say if you have a magic wand and you wave it. So what is that one personal or professional goal that you would want to achieve? So if you have a magic wand and you wave it and you say, this is the goal that I want to achieve. It could be anything, personal or professional. What would it be? Anyone? Come on, ladies. You'll have no wishes, no wants, no desires, nothing.
Get a job in reputed company.
Okay, that's the goal that you want. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I want to independent and confident woman to working as a working professional.
Okay, perfect. Great. Thank you. Anybody else? So just think for a moment, just get into your creative side and say that if I get a magic wand today, what is that one thing that I would want to do it? I'm sure we have so many desires and wants and dreams and wishes. Become software engineer and lead a team in future. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Dakshini. Great.
Um,
Independent woman. Yes. Yes, Raghavi.
I need to be a successful woman in my career and as well as in personal life.
Perfect. Perfect. Great. Great. Now, when you talk of these things that, I want to be a successful person, I want to be an independent woman, or I want to be a software engineer, some of you might just say that, I want to lead or, I want to have, lead a famous business empire or anything like that. What are these? These are your goals. These are your wishes and wants. And when you say that, it just comes with so much of passion and enthusiasm, right? And these are what? These are your goals. Okay. And what do these goals give us? These goals gives us the motivation, a purpose, a direction. So when we wake up every day in the morning, you wake up with a purpose. And when you go back to bed at night, you know how far you have progressed towards achieving that objective. It's very good to have those goals in your life. Okay. And at the same time, in today's session, I will guide you how you can set those goals the right way, as well as understanding and walking you through various tools which will help you to set those goals and achieve them. Also, we will be walking through the various challenges and obstacles or hurdles that come our way when we want to achieve our goals. They actually deviate us from that path. Okay, so this is going to be our aim and objective for this program: understanding the goals, how to set them the right way, the various tools, and how to overcome the challenges and hurdles. Okay, now, like you all said, yes. So, what are goals? Goals are like the maps that guide you to your destination. Okay, imagine you just get out of the house, you don't know which way to go. What will happen then? You keep wondering, right? Similarly, if you don't have a goal or a purpose or an objective in your life, you will keep wandering and you'll get swayed by the currents of the life. You will not know which way to sway, which not. Okay, there is going to be no motivation. Every day just looks like the same. Okay, on the other hand, when you have an objective, you wake up with a dream, you wake up with a purpose. Okay, and you work the entire day to get closer to the objective. Another thing, your goals don't necessarily has to be just pertaining to your professional objectives or your professional aspirations only. It can be a personal one also. Okay, so it could be as simple as, for a person, maybe an auto rickshaw wala who just wants to see his child, crack an IAS, become an IAS officer. That is his goal. That's his objective. So every day he works very hard so that he can pay the fees for his kid. Or it could be simple for a mother, who has a physically disabled child. For her, it would be to just bring the child in a normal lifestyle, with a normal environment around him. So those are also our goals. Okay, so it's like a roadmap. Another thing, the goals don't have to be a long-term thing. It can be short-term. So to achieve those long-term goals, there are small milestones that you need, that you achieve in the midway to achieve them. Okay, all right. And the last point that you see is that it involves a lot of planning, effort, and perseverance. So it has to be a constant effort. Thinking, waking up one day and saying that, Acha, today I want to become, I dream of becoming a software engineer, but you have to work every day very, very hard to achieve that objective. If you give a pause in between, then all the efforts just go in vain. If you have to lose weight, you have to work out every single day. You can have cheat meals in between, but if you stop it or you give a long gap, then you have to come back and restart again. It's the same thing with your objectives. All right. Okay, so let's quickly hear out why goals are important. Please help me if just let me know if it's audible and clear to you. Okay.
It's a dream with a deadline. That quote isn't just catchy, it's packed with truth. Setting goals gives you a clear direction. Think of it like a map for your life's journey. Without goals, you might wander aimlessly. But with them, every step takes you closer to where you want to be. Goals are powerful because they help you focus. They encourage you to push through tough times. And when you achieve a goal, the sense of accomplishment is not just satisfying. It boosts your confidence to tackle the next challenge. So whether it's acing a test or learning a new skill, your goals are the stepping stones to success. What's your next goal?
Thank you. Yes, Anjana, you have a question, dear? You've raised your hand. Anjana? Okay. All right. I hope that made sense, right? Can I get a thumbs up at least? Just for Nurul. Okay, so okay, perfect. Great. Okay, let's get started. Now, before you set a goal for yourself, like you said that, I want to become this is what I would want to achieve, this is what I want to achieve. Now, it's very important to make and set realistic goals. Okay. Now, how you set those goals and to understand which goal is the best for you. So you create a blueprint for, achieving your goals by answering these three key questions. Okay, the first is, why is the goal important for you? Is there an underlying, purpose this goal is important for you? Some of you, there is this one person who always wanted, I remember when I was working, I had a mentee under me. He was very passionate about having his own band. Okay, but the reason his goal was to become, own a band and play guitar and all, but he decided to take up the corporate job just to to build a capital so that he could invest and create a band. So the goal was important for him because he had a passion in music. Okay, so why is that goal important for you? So you have to you have to identify the reason why that goal is important for you. Is it your underlying passion? Is it something that you always wanted to be? Is it just to gain that financial independence? Is it because you want to prove to become a role model for your kids or your family or whatever? Okay, so you have to understand why that goal is important. The second is that what changes are you going to see in yourself when you achieve that goal? So what are the changes that you will see in yourself, be it on the personal front as well as the professional front? Right now, we're all sitting at the comfort of our homes, right? We're not stepping out to work. But once we have a job in our hand, once we start our own venture, what are the changes that will take place? So it's very important to list them down, to give it a more realistic picture. All right. And you start, right now. And the third is, what are the habits, the obstacles, or the changes that you need to make? Okay, so what do you think will the challenges be? What are the changes that you need to bring in your habits? You could want to learn more about time management, or how you're going to do multitasking. Is there any kind of support that you wish for, and all those things? What are the changes that you need to bring in your own mindset? Failures, hurdles, rejections are bound to happen. So prepare yourself mentally. Okay, if you want, you can write down these 3 questions. So today, all those who have spoken about their goals, those of you who have not, I'm sure you will have an answer to the question that I raised in the beginning. So when you have that answer, write that answer on the top. Take these questions in 3 different columns and start answering those questions. See how things become clear. Okay. Can I move on, or you still writing? Just let me know with a thumbs up. Because when we start, the power of writing is that when you start writing things, they become much more. Yes, Asha.
Yeah, written it.
Written? Okay, perfect. I think then we'll just forward. Okay, Padmashri, please take your time. I'll wait for another 2 minutes. It's always better to start with the end, yeah? To have a goal and then filter it down, moving backwards. Just write the questions, you can answer them later. Okay, I think then we'll just move forward. Okay, so this is how your journey of personal growth is going to be. So the first is about reflecting on yourself, doing a complete self-analysis. Your self-awareness is very, very important. The second is envisioning yourself, the person you aspire to become. Like they say that you don't get what you do, but you get, in your life what you become. So start thinking of yourself, start envisioning yourself, and start behaving, bring those changes, small changes inside of you from, in your day-to-day life. Okay, if I want to, accomplish myself as an authoritative figure in the field of learning and development, I have to do a lot of research and practice. I have to, write a lot of content around it. I have to see, a lot of videos to understand how those things, how those trainings and workshops are kind of delivered. And I start practicing it in my day-to-day life. Envisioning, very, very important. Then the third is to identify those gaps. Where I am and where I want to be. There's a journey that I need to cover. So I have to work towards bridging that gap. Understanding where I am to where I need to be, what are the things that I need to achieve? So you have to identify those gaps and start working towards bridging your gaps. Okay. And for bridging those gaps, you need to have a proper plan of action. Right? It's a step-by-step process, like I said. And the last is always doing a self-assessment for yourself to ensure that you are on the right way. If you falter, you correct it the next time. Okay, because we are bound to make mistakes. Okay, but the good thing is that when you're bound to make mistakes, you also work towards correcting yourself in the future. All right, so this is going to be a journey of personal growth. All right, now let's begin with our first thing, which is about the emotional reset. Now, this I talk about a lot of times in my sessions, that having the right mindset, or I would say the growth mindset, is very, very important. Has any one of you heard about the growth mindset? I'm sure you all must be knowing this term, growth mindset, or a fixed mindset. Anyone, ladies?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you tell me who's this? Can you tell me what is a growth mindset? Come on, ladies, you can also put it in the chat box. That's all right.
It should be in improvement level of mindset. Like one stage, if we reached, then we need to think about the next level of achievements and those things.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Neural, yes. Consistent improvement, yes. Yes. Experience makes stable mind, yes. Yes, Joe, you raised your hand.
मैम zeal of learning, मतलब always ऐसा attitude रखना जो कि हमेशा सीखने की perspective से हो.
Absolutely. That's what. Right. Great. Thank you. Yes, the growth mindset. Yes, Dakshyani. You raised your hand, please.
Each day towards achieving our goal, ma'am.
Absolutely. The word growth itself says that you should always strive to grow. Okay. And when we talk of the mindset, it's okay. So, and what about fixed mindset? Growth mindset, you've already said. What about fixed mindset? Those are the saying it's urge of learning. Yes, growth mindset is definitely the urge of learning and dedication and hard work. Perfect. What do you think of fixed mindset? Anyone?
Things won't change, ma'am.
Yeah. You are still in that state of mind. If it is a rejection, you just go into a shell thinking that I will not be able to do anything in my life. I'm a failure, this and that, right? So having a growth mindset is where you take your failures and rejections as a stepping stone to move forward, improvising yourself. But the fixed mindset is that you have just fixed your mind that, okay, I am not going to achieve this. You have that rigidity in yourself not to learn new things, not to get out of that comfort zone. You want everything coming your way. Well, things are not like that. So you need to be very, very adaptive, flexible, okay, and have that kind of an attitude, the go-getting attitude, and be very dynamic also at the same time. Okay, and for that, it's very important to get your emotions right, to work on that growth mindset. Okay, many a times what happens is that when you want to get back to the industry, or when there is an objective that you want to meet, whether it's it's your personal life or the professional life, or even if you want to start a business venture of your own, as simple as starting a tuition center, there are so many doubts that come into our mind, and they kind of trap our thinking process, right? So what are those? Those are the negative emotions that block our mind. Okay, they pull us back from moving forward to achieve our goals. So what I have done is that I have classified these emotions into 4 different categories. The first is justification. What is justification? Can anyone tell me? Okay, justification. Yes, please. Yes, Dakshyani.
Reason why I can't achieve this, ma'am.
Yes, always perfect. Great. Yes, Padmashri.
It's like you're reasoning out why you deserve something. You're saying these are my points and I deserve such position. You're justifying why you need something or why you deserve to be at a spot.
Yeah, perfect. Now, this is, I'm talking in the negative sense, right? So you're giving justifying. So if something wrong is happening in your life, you keep justifying, Arey, yaar, it happened because of so and so reason. It happened because of so and so reason. So giving justifications instead of giving reason why I can't achieve the position. Absolutely. So you are just justifying your situations and scenarios. All right. Which kind of pull you back? Yeah, Chatik, I'm not able to achieve my goal because I don't know this. I'm not getting time here. I'm not able to manage my time better. My circumstances, such, whatever. You keep justifying, right? The second is over concern. What is this over concern?
Overthinking, ma'am.
Yeah.
Over
Overthinking
negative
of what?
way, too much
Negative
of
thinking.
overthinking.
Overconfidence.
Not really overconfidence. I think over concern, what I have put it in this context, is related to thinking about what other person is going to think about me. Okay, so we are more concerned with how other people are going to perceive us rather than being comfortable in our own skin. What you want to achieve is your objective. You're not going to set your goals thinking that the other person needs to approve my goal. That person's objective and goal is different. Mine's is different. So stop being over concerned by what other people think. Okay. The third is blaming. We keep blaming what our junior will think, that we are still only. Yes, absolutely. Yes, right, Tabassum. Absolutely. Thinking that, acha, chalo, theek hai, today let me start a cloud kitchen business for myself. But all of a sudden, somebody comes and, you're still thinking that, okay, let me go to my husband and ask him. And what if the husband says, Arey, yeah, you want to become a chef only? Arey, why do you have to, you're not going around. And sometimes people also come and say that, what will the relatives think of us? So you have to be very confident in who you are. Stop being concerned about others. Be very confident and be very stern about the goal that you have set for yourself. You will never know that today the business that you're starting will actually flourish in a big way. Yeah. So stop being over concerned about how the other person is going to perceive. Blaming. Stop blaming for everybody for everything else. Like I said, you are responsible for your own self. You are responsible for your own objective. You have taken this independent decision to get back to the workforce. You have taken an independent decision to be financially independent, get a position in a corporate organization, start a venture. So only you are responsible for taking that decision. And it is and like I said, you're your own cheerleader. So even if there is a setback, you only have to cheer yourself and get back and get going. The last is fear of failure. We always have, what if my business doesn't work? What if I get rejected in the interview? What if I don't get any interview calls? Why do you have that fear of failure? Why are you starting with a fear in your mind? Those things, if they are bound to happen, they will happen. But they will be lessons that you will learn over a period of time. Okay. And, learning from those lessons and changing your mindset, your behavior and outlook towards, in the next future is very, very important. And that is what I call the emotional reset. So you wipe off these negative emotions and work towards having a growth mindset. Okay. Clear? Any questions, anyone? All right. Now that brings, yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, now that gets us to our first activity, a quick 5-minute activity. So I want you to, reflect on your negative thoughts, any thought that come to your mind. Okay, and you transform it into a powerful statement. For example, let's say, I've given a small example. Let's say that I always fail. So how are you going to transform it? Saying that I learn and grow from every experience. You say, I'm not good enough to achieve this. But you can say that, yes, if I work hard, if I work on myself, I can achieve anything. Okay. So it's 11:30, 11:35. I'll give you 5 minutes to write down one negative thought that keeps coming to your mind. That, oh, there are so many negative thoughts that keep coming, and you transform it into an empowering statement. Quickly. And ladies, I don't like to pinpoint and ask people to speak up. I would encourage you all to voluntarily speak up. This is your platform. We are not going to judge you. We're all coming from the same background. We all can resonate with one another. So please, please speak up. If you don't speak up now, then this is like the most safest environment where you can speak up. Okay, so I would request uh, any one or two people can volunteer and share their negative thoughts. I'm sure the others will also feel that, okay, this could be, this is my negative thought as well. Okay, so let's empower each other.
Hi. So
Hi.
yeah, I am actually a restarter. So I have like a negative thought of I have two kids and one is a newborn baby. So I'm always being pressurized by that and be not able to get into the corporate level again or not. So that's what is my negative thought, which is blocking my goal as of now.
Mhm.
So what like how is the transformation I have to do is I have to motivate for my kids. That's what my motivation is. So
Perfect.
to make like to give them the like all the extracurricular like dance activities or any other next level when they want to go achieve something. So I want to be their inspiration and I want to be their always go-to person.
Role model.
Yeah,
Yeah.
role model. So that's what is my
Great.
positivity, which is blocked, which is and like entertaining me to be a next restarter now.
Great, great, Aparna. I really like that, Zelia. Very, very positive and very inspiring. I wish you all the very best. But my small advice to you, when I also started my returnship journey, my daughter was also very newborn. So I started it very small because I knew the child care is very, very important. Depending, I don't know if what kind of a support you have at home or not. And sometimes the mother's guilt also creep in. So my advice to you would be that you want to get back to the corporate, but the first step that you can actually take is to just scan or research through the or the opportunities which are available. If you feel that there is a gap, a skill gap, you can work towards bridging that gap. Okay. And yeah, so you can take small steps to establish yourself back into the industry, but do take small steps because I think at this given point in time, if you have a newborn baby, the child requires more care. So you have to balance your priorities first. Okay, but don't stop, making
Yes,
that effort.
exactly.
You continuously keep doing something or the other. Okay, because efforts never go waste; they always pay you off. All right,
Thank you, Emily.
you're most welcome, dear. Yes, yes, Dakshyani.
Out of 2 points, ma'am.
Yes.
First one is the for me is the general nervousness when I attend the interview in public speak theater. Then I should be more practice and need to be prepared, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay, very good. Yes, yes, absolutely. See, when you go to become a public speaking, okay,
Yeah,
I'll tell
ma'am. I fear of public speaking, ma'am. Most
you.
fear. Yeah, most fear, ma'am. Just when I have to attend the interview, my just a little bit nervousness, ma'am. In
Oh,
attend.
all right, great. Okay, now here I would like to say you two things, Dakshinani. What happens is that when you go for an interview, all we can do is that we can prepare well. We can research about the company, the person who's interviewing, the questions, our resume. We can work on ourselves, how we look during the interview, and what are the questions I need to ask, how I need to prepare for the questions, right? So once you have all that knowledge, your confidence should automatically boost up. All right. So whenever you're going for any kind of public speaking, it's very important that you prepare yourself because they will expect answers from you. And if you are able to, and the second thing is practice. You have to practice, practice, practice. Okay. So there are a lot of ways in which you can practice. You can practice in front of the mirror, or you can try recording yourself, video recording yourself, and see how you're sitting and how confident you're answering. Okay. And when you evaluate those, then you will, you can work better the next time.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. Anybody else wants to share the negative thought?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, dear. Yes.
I am a overthinker, ma'am. How it means, whatever happened with me, I'm
Hmm.
thinking more about that.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to, if I get a fail in interview, no, I'm thinking what I am failing in interviews. What is I am doing any mistakes? I'm thinking like that. Um, the
Okay.
I will term like this. A fail means a first attempt in learning.
Okay. So you want to crack the interview in the first instance only.
Yeah.
Is this that you're an overthinker? Okay. So what is the empowering statement that you have written?
That is, it means a fail means first attempt in learning. We are learning with fail.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that you're saying that you learn with every failure and rejection. Yes, not to overthink. In our hand, what is it in our hand? I'll tell you there are two things which are in, this is a, I would want you to all read about it if you ever get a chance. So Stephen Covey talks about central of control and the circle of influence. Okay, so circle of control is something, those things which are under our control. And then there's a circle of influence, things which are not under our control. So if I'm going for an interview, I can prepare well. I can practice. That is in my control. What is not under my control? The mood of the person who's taking my interview, yeah, or the other candidates who are coming. So I can go prepared best for myself, but how the circumstances will be there, that is not under my control, right? So what is not under your control, completely wipe that off. What is in your control, prepare well for the interview. If you work on that, always remember the factors which are under your control. And when you understand those factors, then you can ace any interview or any milestone in your life. You can just achieve anything. All right.
Thank,
So
thank
do read about it of Stephen Covey. I advise all the ladies here to just go back and you can just Google it, and things will definitely get better. Clear. It'll give you a motivation boost. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies, for participating so well in this activity. And those of you, because of time constraint, I can't really take up more inputs. But yes, always, write down those negative thoughts and try to transform those thoughts. Okay. That yes, I can do it. All right. Okay.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. You're most welcome. Okay, now next thing is about taking charge of your life. Now, I want you all to write down one thing. I am responsible. I take charge of my life. Okay. I am responsible. And you take charge of your life. Always remember that we all are blessed in different ways. It's not that one person is blessed more than you are. We are all blessed in different ways. And just like everybody else, we also have unlimited, potential, a pool of resources that just goes untapped because somewhere we blind ourselves with the doubt in our mind. And we decide to take a step back thinking, yeah, I can't do anything. I cannot do it. No, you have to take complete responsibility. Like I said, like you take the charge of your life, you take the charge of your entire house for the responsibility, right? Similarly, when it comes to your professional aspirations, I want you also to take the responsibility there. That's why I said emotion reset. Stop blaming, stop being over concerned, stop justifying for things, stop fearing rejection and failures. Okay. And you are only responsible for your life. Every decision that you take, you are responsible. And to ensure that you fulfill the aspirations that you have set for yourself, it's very important to take complete responsibility. Like I said, you are your own cheerleader. If you don't cheer yourself up, nobody else is going to do it for you. Okay, if you want to be a role model for your kids, if you want to do really good as a businesswoman, if you want to, be an inspiration for other women like yourself, you have to work. Okay, and for that, we come to the next activity. This I call that you are the CEO of your own life. Whatever happens in your own life, you are only responsible. Okay, so what I want you all to do is that just think yourself as the president or as the owner of a private services corporation limited. Okay, so it is Yamini Services, Yamini Private Services Corporation Limited or Private Limited. Yamini Private Services Private Limited. Okay. Now, if you are doing your, or if you are thinking of launching your own company, what are the things that you need to do? Yeah, you need to have a vision for your company. There is a mission for that company. Then you think about the finances. What are the goals that you want? Then, just like you launch a new product, you launch yourself in the market. Okay, how are you going to do the marketing? How are you going to build a brand? How are you going to build the connections? And what are the things that you need to work on yourself to showcase that, yes, I am the boss of my company? Okay, it could be as simple as, let's say that you want to have your own tuition center. Okay, you are the owner, but there are other competition that's out there. So what is the company's vision? My company's vision is that people look at me as the most loving and a dedicated teacher. Okay, that is my vision, that I want to teach a lot of kids. The mission here is that I want the kids, it's not just about teaching them the subjects that they come to me for, but also enhancing them and helping them turn out to be good human beings. Okay, what is going to be my income goals? Maybe I can start less, then I can start increasing those income. I can have different income goals. That this is how much I expect to earn every month or in a year. How is going to be my marketing? Maybe through word of mouth. I reach out to the people who are already known to me that, okay, I'm planning to start my own tuition center. So if you know someone, you can send them over. I can start with a trial class, and if they like my teaching style, I can ask then I can roll out an enrollment form or whatever. You can go around handing over plan pamphlets and all. You can create a brand image for yourself, something like that. That's going to be a marketing key. And what are the things that you need to work on a personal development? Maybe if you feel that you have to learn about time management, start working on it. You need to have a proper setup. You want to evaluate the opportunities. If there is any skill which you feel lacks in you, start working on it. If you feel that you need to increase your knowledge into understanding what it takes to start a tuition center or any other business, or even if you want to get into personal life, into a professional occupation, what are the things? What are the changes that I need to bring in? Okay, so uh, all that will package up your personal development strategy. Okay, now what I want you all to do is that in the next 10 minutes, I want you all to write down the name of your company. Okay, like I said, it's Yamini Kumar Services Private Limited. It could be Arpana uh, Private Services, Services Private Limited, whatever. Just name your company and write down what is going to be your vision. Just imagine yourself as the president. And I'm sure that if you're launching an organization, you want it to flourish and not just, die out another 5-10 days. So have a long-term vision. Write down the vision. What is going to be your mission? Okay. What will be your income goals? How you intend on marketing it? Okay. And what are the things that you need to work on yourself? All right. So it's 11:45. Yeah. And 11:50, 55, I expect you to come back with your answers. I'm giving you 10 minutes. And this time I want other ladies to please to kindly participate. Let's hear you out also. Okay. Come on, ladies. Can I get a thumbs up? Yes, no, maybe. Great. Thank you. Yes, Tabassum, you've raised your hand here. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, okay. No worries, dear. Perfect. I just read your message in the chat box, Tapassum. I really like that conversion of the negative thought into positive. Perfect. Thank you. I'll see you all in another 10 minutes. I think there has been a power cut at my end. So please bear with me in case, I lose you guys in between. Think, deeply think. Okay, great. Lovely. Helping for your professional goal. Okay. Awesome. You've also thought a name for the institute. That's lovely. You don't expect any income, so I need to upskill a lot professionally. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful, Nurul. Thank you so much. Yes, Dakshani.
My company name is Dakshini Home Technology, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And my vision is I need to improve the people lives from in my who are eating in my food company. Then
Uh-huh.
finance is setting incoming goal, ma'am. Then
Okay.
marketing is like to see Instagram and YouTube reels, ma'am.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
personal development is believe improve technology and be quite be patient, ma'am.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Lovely. Great. Great. Anybody else? Ladies, can we have others also? No one? Okay, I think people are still writing. Anybody else who would want to speak up and share if you have written? See, the power of writing things is that it gets embedded in your mind. And when it gets embedded in your mind, each time you get deviated from your journey or your path, your mind tells you, it knocks and it says that, this is not where you need to go. So come back, you're going in the wrong direction. And these things they actually help you. Trust me. Yes, ladies, what about others? Like I said, I don't like calling out names, but it's very important that you speak. Okay, let's hear you out. There are no wrong or right answers. It's 11:51. I'll wait for another 4 minutes. If anybody wants to, speak up, please feel free. Anybody else, ladies, who has written? Okay, that was lovely. Yes, Madhu Minu. So that's later offline. Okay, okay, perfect. Great. Thank you, Tabassum, for sharing that. Yes. Yes, Madhu Minu. Please pick up, dear. You've raised your hand. Okay, great. Great, Nuzhat. Perfect. Yes, Madhu Minu, you had raised your hand here. You want to speak up?
Hello,
Yes, yes, Preeti.
my company name is Preeti Private Limited Company, and vision is I am a respectful woman in a corporate sector, and
Wow.
mission is giving most of the opportunity to the employee to the public.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a, after financial strategies, getting income from
Mm-hmm.
varieties way, marketing strategies, satisfaction customers' needs, wants, and desires.
Okay.
And then personal developments are utilizing the opportunities, learning new skills, and gaining knowledge.
Okay, perfect. Great. Now, your marketing strategy is that when you launch your company, how you want people to know you. Okay, so you have to say whether you will start networking or you'll start promoting about your businesses or the mission of your organization through online various social media handles, or offline sharing pamphlets, or conducting workshops and going out in different communities and talking about what your organization, or even in exhibitions and fairs. Okay, so that is your marketing strategy. All right, how you want to spread the word that yes, Preeti has launched an organization. This is her vision. This is her mission. So she wants more people to know about her services, to know about her organization. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, ladies. Anybody else who wants to go? Fine. Then I think it's 11:55 already. So let's get started. Thank you so much. I hope those of you, who have not spoken, you are still working on it and do get the answers for, each headache. All right. Now, that was all about, understanding why the goal setting is so important and giving you a blueprint of how you can go around setting goals, how you can work on your mindset. Now, the next is that the various tools that you can use to effectively set your goals. Okay, which are your SWOT analysis, the SMART goal framework, and the visual board. All right. So first, we're going to begin with the SWOT analysis. Has anybody heard of this term SWOT analysis? Can somebody tell me what is SWOT? I'm sure you all must have heard of this term. Anybody?
Strength, weakness, opportunities, and uh,
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
yeah, threat. Sorry.
Yeah, threats. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So when we talk about the SWOT analysis, why do you think the SWOT analysis is used? What is the purpose of having a SWOT analysis? Anybody?
To know ourselves.
To understand ourselves, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely. To understand ourselves better. Now, if I go back, you can see that this is about your self-reflection, right? Your self-awareness, I would say. That's the first step. Yeah, and for that, having a SWOT analysis is very important. You have set a goal for yourself, but let's understand myself, or let's deep dive inside to understanding myself. What are my strengths? Where am I good at? What are my weaknesses? If there is a limitation, I need to work on that limitation. Yeah. And how you convert that weaknesses into opportunities. So if I want to get back as if I want to pursue a career into digital marketing, I know my strengths. I'm very good in in writing captions, and I'm very active, and I have good social media handle, having a lot of influencers and followers. My weaknesses is that I still need to polish my skills into digital marketing. Okay, that is somewhere I lack. So what do I do? I start identifying the opportunities, how I can upskill myself into into gaining a certification of a digital marketer, right? So I start scouting, different platforms and certification programs and all. So I convert that weakness into opportunity by getting certified as a digital marketer, right? Now, when I combine my strength, the weakness that I've converted into an opportunity, I can easily overcome the threat. That is the competition. Appearing for interviews, I have advanced. I can put in my, I can talk about my certification, the resume. Okay, I can showcase my work through starting as a freelance or maybe as an internship, right? So you take your strengths, convert your weaknesses into opportunities, combine the three, and overcome the threats. All right. Clear? Any questions anyone has? Anybody wants to add to it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to play a quick video for you to understand it better. Threat can be anything, dear. Okay. So let's take a very simple example. Let's say that I am a woman restarter. When I started my journey back into the industry. So what are my strengths? I know that I have a good experience. I have good communication skills. I'm yes, all that. So what were my weaknesses? I would not call lack of confidence as my weakness, but somewhere I did not know what are the skills, whether I was up to date in the market or not. Okay, so I started working and I started looking up for opportunities to upskill myself. Now, what were the threats I had faced? Now, those threats are not only with respect to the other, just the industry, but even at the personal end. So I lacked the skills. Okay, there was a lot of competition. My threat was how I'm going to explain my gap in the resume, whether my application will get selected or not. Okay, and what are yes, so these are your threats. So your threats are those things which kind of hinder you from achieving your goals. All right, so those are your threats. Is it clear? Okay, so if you want to pursue a career, let's say into an IT industry, or if you're, let's say, if you want to start your own venture, the threats would be the competition which is already there in the market. What new can you offer to the public? How people are going to take it, whether you're going to survive or not. Okay, so those are your threats. These are the external factors. Okay, and they can also be internal also. So the external is like competition and your competition and the dynamic industry, and the internal threats could be your own lack of confidence or your own challenges that you're dealing with. Okay, so these are all the obstacles basically that you face, okay, to achieve your goals. All right, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to play a quick video to make it understandable much in a better way. In case you have any questions, just let me know. We'll take it up once once I finish playing the video. Okay.
Welcome to the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Today, we embark on an adventure that will unlock your true potential and pave the way for success. Get ready to dive into the world of SWOT analysis. Imagine having a compass that reveals your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. That's the power of SWOT analysis. So, how does this transformation occur? Let's explore the step-by-step process of SWOT analysis for personal growth. Step 1. Identify your strengths. Dive deep into self-reflection and ask yourself, what am I good at? What are my unique qualities and talents? Discover your inner superpowers, such as creativity, leadership, empathy, or problem-solving skills. These strengths define your core identity. Step 2. Assess your weaknesses. Embrace vulnerability and be honest with yourself. What areas do you struggle with? Are there any fears, limiting beliefs, or habits holding you back? Identifying weaknesses is the first step towards personal growth and self-improvement. Step 3. Explore opportunities. Look beyond your comfort zone and consider opportunities that align with your passions and aspirations. Is there a new skill you want to learn, a career path to pursue, or personal goals to achieve? Think big and identify opportunities that can ignite your personal journey. Step 4. Analyze threats. Be aware of external factors that could hinder your progress. Are there negative influences, societal pressures, or self-doubt that could impact your growth? By recognizing threats, you can develop strategies to overcome them and stay true to your path. Once you've completed the SWOT analysis, the magic begins. Your insights become the fuel for personal transformation. But that's not all. Let's talk about the amazing benefits of SWOT analysis in a personal perspective. SWOT analysis empowers you to understand yourself on a deeper level. It helps you leverage your strengths, overcome weaknesses, seize opportunities, and navigate challenges. By harnessing this knowledge, you can create a roadmap to personal fulfillment and success. So, embark on this transformative journey with SWOT analysis as your compass. Embrace the power of self-discovery, the strength of resilience, and the joy of personal growth.
Sorry. Yes. Is it clear? Any questions anyone has? Okay. So it's clear. Any questions if anyone has? How you need to set your SWOT, how you need to do your SWOT analysis by identifying your strengths, skills, or attributes that you're good at, identifying your weaknesses, any gaps that you feel that need to be filled by working on. What are the opportunities available for you, and the threats? So what are the challenges that you think you will face? All right. Okay. Now, moving on to the next tool. Now, this is your SMART, the SMART goal framework. Has anyone heard about it? Has anybody heard about the SMART goal framework? Can someone please tell me? Okay. Can anyone please unmute yourself and tell me if you have heard about? Okay, Harshita is saying she's not heard. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, now this is a SMART goal framework. So the SMART, actually, it's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, when you set a goal for yourself, make sure that it falls under this category. Okay, your goal has to be very, very specific, because when you make it specific, things become clear. You can't have a haywire kind of an objective. Otherwise, you'll get lost and easily get demotivated. Okay. The second is that it needs to be measurable. The third is that don't set unrealistic goals. They need to be achievable, attainable. Relevant is that it should align with your personal values or the professional goals that you have set. And there has to be a time bound. You can't say ki chalo theek hai, I want to get a job, but by when? You don't know. We all set our New Year resolutions. I think New Year is just around the corner. So how many of us set those New Year resolutions? And if yes, how many of us are able to achieve it? Not everyone. Yeah. So when you have a goal to achieve, it's very important that you define it under these parameters. So you make it more specific. You want to get a job into digital marketing. Okay. Now a specific thing is, first, let me get certified as a digital marketing, into digital marketing or into data analysis. Yeah. You want to make it measurable. You say, okay, I want to get myself certified as a data analysis. How I'm going to make it measurable in week 1? I'll make sure, okay, you set a time. So you say, okay, in the next 4 or 5 months or the 6 months, I need to get certified as a data analysis. That's my time bound. I've set a time limit to it. So let's make it measurable. How are you going to make it measurable? In week 1, on the first month, let me just research all the platforms which provide a data analysis program and get myself enrolled into it. Then you begin with your course. Attend the course, complete the assignments, and give the final examination. Okay, so those becomes measurable. Have you able to enroll for it within the time zone that you have set for yourself? Have you started attending this session? How many sessions are you attending? How much is your learning? How have you prepared well for the assessments and the assignments? And how you are well prepared, and how well prepared are you for the final certification examination? So you need to make it measurable in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, 1 month, 2 months, whatever. Okay. The third is that when you're setting these measurable goals, make sure that they're attainable. Okay, it should be realistic and attainable. It should not happen that you said that, okay, fine, within 1 month, if you want to scout through different platforms, it is very much achievable, right? And it is attainable. So these are small things. The second is, the next is being relevant, because you want to get certified as a data analysis because you're already coming from an IT field and you want to take a step ahead and get yourself, into the role of a data analysis. So yes, it is definitely relevant for because I want to, pursue a career into data analysis. So now that I will be doing a certification in data analysis, it is very much relevant for the position that I wish to have. Okay, so this is how the SMART framework actually works. Yes, even if you're planning for a simple marriage function, we know when the marriage is. You're very specific. You know it. Yes, I need to do all the preparations for the marriage. You know the date of the marriage. You make small, measurable, achievable goals. Yeah, in week 1, by this time the cars should be ready. You have to, book the venue, the clothes, everything. Yeah, and you pick up those small things which are attainable. They are relevant because ultimately the purpose is, the marriage which is there. So it could be as simple as that. So any objective that you have, break it down and try to accommodate it in this framework. It will be more specific, easy to achieve. All right. Is it clear? Anyone has any questions? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a quick
No,
video.
ma'am, no questions.
Great. So I'm going to quickly play a video which will make things better and clearer.
How to write SMART goals. Everyone needs a goal, whether it's in a business context or for personal development. Having goals help you strive towards something you want to accomplish. It prevents you from wandering around aimlessly without a purpose. If you want to ensure you'll achieve your goals, learn in this video how to write SMART goals. What are SMART goals? SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Writing your goals following a SMART goals template provides you with a clearer focus. It communicates what the goal needs to achieve without any fuss. With a clear aim, it can give you a better idea of what success is supposed to look like. It also makes it easier to monitor progress, so you're aware whether or not you're on the right path. It can also make it easier to identify bottlenecks or missed targets while you're delivering the goal. This gives you enough time to rectify any problems so you can get back on track. So, how do you write a SMART goal? First and foremost, your goal has to be specific. Be as clear and concise as possible, because whether it's your team or yourself, whoever has to carry out the objective needs to be able to determine exactly what it is they are required to do. To ensure your goal is as specific as it can be, consider the 5 W's. Who is involved in executing this goal? What exactly do I want to accomplish? Where will it happen if there's a fixed location? When should it be done by? Why do I want to achieve this? Secondly, ensure it is measurable. Adding numbers to a goal can help you or your team weigh up whether or not expectations were met and the outcome was triumphant. For example, go to the gym twice a week for the next 6 months is a stronger goal to strive for than simply go to the gym more often. Setting milestones throughout your process can also help you to reassess progress as you go along. The next important thing to keep in mind is to ensure your goal is attainable. It's great to have big dreams, but you want your goals to be within the realms of possibility so that you have a higher chance of actually accomplishing them. But that doesn't mean your goal shouldn't be challenging. You want your goal to be achievable while at the same time test your skills. Next, your goal has to be relevant. It has to align with business objectives or with your personal aspirations, or else what's the point of doing it? A SMART goal needs to be applicable and important to you, your team, or your overall business agenda. It needs to be able to steer you forward and motivate you to achieve it, which it can if it holds purpose to something you believe in. The last factor of the SMART Goals template is time-bound, also known as timely. Your goal needs a deadline because without one, it's less likely to be accomplished. A deadline provides a sense of urgency that can motivate you or your team to strive towards the end. The amount of time you allocate should be realistic. Don't give yourself or your team only 1 week if it takes 3 weeks to actually complete it. You want to set a challenge, but you don't want to risk overstress or burnout. Writing goals is seemingly not a difficult thing to do. However, if you want it to be as effective as it can be, then there's more to it than meets the eye. By following a SMART Goals template, you can establish a more concrete foundation of goal setting. It will ensure your goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Attributes that cover the necessities of an effectively written goal.
Has any questions? Did it make sense? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. All right.
Not for now, ma'am.
All right. Perfect. Any questions anyone has? All right. Now let's go on to the third tool. Now this is a vision board. How many of you have heard of the vision board? Do you know what a vision board is? Anyone? You can see it from the screen and tell me what
Yes,
it is.
ma'am.
Yes, you know it.
I
So
have heard of it.
great. So Harshita, can you tell us? Can you tell your, your cohort members, your peers,
Yes,
what is a vision board?
yes, ma'am. So vision board is suppose like I wanted to buy a car.
Hmm.
So I'll create a vision like pasting the car which I wanted to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So to buy it, like say suppose as you have explained in previous slides,
Yes.
in how many months I gonna buy it. So for that, how much money is required? How much I do have to save? So everything I will put it in a vision board. So every day I'll be looking into that vision board so that it will manifest one day, which say suppose I have to buy it in January 2025. So from past 6 months, I will just paste the date and whatever needed to buy that car. So everything I will make sure it is. I make sure that everything is in the place to buy the car. So I do.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Great.
that's it.
Great. Thank you, Harshita. I think you have summed it up so well. Yes. Since the beginning till now, whatever I have said is with respect to this. Now, like Harshita said, vision board is about visualizing. If you remember, I said that you don't get, you don't get what you want, but you get what you want, how you behave, what you become, basically, right? And for that, it's a very important tool that we call the vision board, which says that you start visualizing things, because when you, even while writing down things, it gets embedded here. But like a vision board, it gives you a vision of who you want to be. So if you want to be a software engineer, always pick pictures of software engineer, very motivating quotes by software engineers, people, the authoritative figures in that particular domain or field. Paste it somewhere in your dressing table or your cupboard where you can open and see it, and just close your eyes and visualize yourself like that. Somewhere you will start seeing a change in yourself, right? So you visualize your goals tangibly. It gives you a clarity in your priorities and aspirations, because when we keep looking at things again and again, somewhere there's an internal motivation that takes place inside of us, which pushes us out of our comfort zone and puts us on the path of giving consistent efforts, putting in consistency, consistent efforts to till the time we achieve that goal. And like she said, the SWOT analysis, the SMART goal framework, these are all tools which will get you very, very closer to your objective. Like they say, the more steps that you take towards your goal, you will also see your goal nearing you. When you make a consistent effort in your, taking out time to work out every day, and, making changes in your diet, you will automatically see that the target weight, the target weight that you have set for yourself is slowly getting closer and closer. And that just doesn't happen for this example, but for every example. All right. Now here I would like to play another video, but before that, I want to give you an example of a very famous person who actually achieved his dream through this kind of, vision board, I would say visualization, wherein, so this person was already a well-established man in his industry. And he used to always go around telling people that, I want to create the most beautiful place on this earth, which creates memories and it gives experiences to families and kids and all that. And people used to just, shove off his ideas saying that, oh God, this guy's gone mad. But when he started working on his dream, he made sure that he was present there throughout. There was a time that he went completely broke and he had to mortgage his his properties, and he has to take loans and all those things. But ultimately he was able to accomplish his dream. And in July 1955, Disneyland opened its gate for the first time to the public. And this person that I'm talking about is none other than Walt Disney. Though there are a lot of amusement parks and theme parks, but Disneyland has a different space and a different experience altogether. Yeah, so this is how people actually visualize themselves to achieve, when they have a goal in their mind. Okay, and this next video that I'm going to play is actually a true story. I'm not sure how many of you know him, but he is Jim Carrey. He's a Hollywood actor who actually, achieved his vision of, getting, who wrote himself a $10 million check before he even became famous. He was a brook at that point in time. So let's look at this video.
Okay. Up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as.
Yeah, I would visualize.
This is when you were broke and poor,
right? Having directors interested in me and people that I respected, saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever.
This was in like 1987, 85.
Yeah.
So didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff. But then, just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah. So you visualize yourself.
Yeah. Great. Did you like it? That's how it happens. That's the power of visualization. All right. Great. Now, at this juncture, does anyone has any questions, or can we move ahead? Come on, ladies, speak up. You have a question regarding after SWOT analysis, how do we have to exactly work on it? Because I have points of strengths, weaknesses, opportunity. to work on it. I'm not sure. Tabassum, I think you said that you are in the library at this point in time. Okay, so you have your weaknesses, dear? This will require a little bit of analysis. What you can do is, I think you are in the library, so you can't really speak up. What you can do is that you can reach out to me, or you can personally DM me on the Herky platform. Okay, and then I can help you with the same. All right. Okay, great. You are most welcome. Okay, ladies, does anyone has any questions, or can I move forward? Please, can someone unmute and tell me yes, no, maybe?
No questions, ma'am.
All right, then I suppose that
No
everything is
questions, ma'am.
all right. Okay. Now, the next thing is that it's going to be more of a brainstorming session. So I will be showing you only pictures, and you all have to tell me, uh, how that particular is like a challenge or a roadblock, and what are the things we can do to overcome that. Okay. Right. Now, what is this? The first picture. Come on, ladies. I want everybody participating now. Can someone read it? It's a skill gap.
After graduation, getting a gap, ma'am. It's a skill gap.
It's a skill gap,
Skill
right?
gap.
Perfect. And what do we have to do to overcome the skill gap? This is a big challenge, right? If you want to get back to the industry, or if you want to move to a different
Learn
domain.
the job, ready skills, ma'am.
Yeah. So you need to upskill yourself. Yes? Yes. Great. All right. Thank you. Okay. What is this? Has anybody heard of this term? Imposter syndrome? Anyone?
Fake it and make it, ma'am. Fake it and make it, ma'am.
Not exactly. No, imposter syndrome is actually when you know that you have the talent, but somewhere you keep, you don't really feel confident enough after achieving a certain thing, right? Yes, you have talent, but you feel bad. You feel that it just happened due to luck. I don't deserve a particular position, or I don't deserve that. So somewhere you're just letting yourself or demeaning yourself, despite of the fact that you're very, very talented. You have the experience, you have the skills, you have the required credentials, but somewhere you just close yourself and say that, I can't do it. Oh, I have got this job. Let's say you crack an interview, you crack a job opportunity, and somewhere you blame yourself. And somewhere, you question yourself, do I really deserve this? How will I perform? So that's called imposter syndrome. Okay. So having your self-belief in yourself is very, very important. Okay. Family. So how do you think your family is a hurdle or a challenge? Anyone? Come on, ladies, speak up. This is more like a brainstorming session. Yes, making your family support to you. Very
Family expectations,
The
ma'am.
family support is very
Household
important, ma'am.
charges.
Yes, absolutely. I think when you decide to venture out, even if you have to step out of the house for 1 or 2 days, it's very important to get that support from your family. And for that, it's very important that you start preparing them from now onwards. Start giving them small responsibilities so that it does not come down on them, like a surprise or a shock. So you have to start delegating tasks. Okay. Start sharing those responsibilities and start communicating it with your family for you to smoothly get back.
Hi, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Tabassum.
Yeah, I just came aside. So what I was saying is, yeah, if possible, then we can discuss what SWOT analysis right now, or I have one point related to this, ma'am. Because I'm the only girl child in my family, so I have to handle all the responsibilities because my mother is also not capable of, doing each and every task. So I think that is one of the reason I can take as a hurdle from my family, because there is no one with whom I can share the family responsibilities and household things, so I have to do it.
Okay. So can't you even get a support? Can't you get a help from outside? Anyone in your family, or a maid or something who can come and stay for
Yeah, I arranged maid. She does burden and all, jhadu and all those things she does. But the rest of the things I have to do it. And cooking and all my mother supports. But meanwhile, I'm also doing some part-time job because
Mhm.
I'm the only earning person in my family. So all these things are there.
Mm. So I think in your case, Tabassum, I would say that you look for an. I think you had already explained about your opportunity,
Yeah.
right? The one
Yeah.
that you want to start your own. Uh, just a second, let me see. I think a lot of chats are there, right? I can't find. I think that's why you said okay.
That is one of the vision, ma'am, I have apart from my
Mm.
career, because basically I want to pursue in software engineering, that is in full stack development. But meanwhile, that is also my dream to start a stationary thing, because in my area there are lots of labor childs and all are present, and they are not getting enough education over here. So that is the reason I want to have this stationery shop, so that at least I can provide them these stuffs at a lowest cost.
All right, all right. Okay, okay, I got it. So I think if the family, like you saying that you want to take care of your mother, so the first thing I would say is that you go slow by slow. Okay, you want to pursue software engineering, right? So is your college near or far from your house?
No, I am a graduate. I'm doing part-time job in Amazon at home only. It's a work from home job.
Mhm. But you want to further enhance it, right? So
Yeah.
there are a lot of websites. I think there's Flex Jobs and Remote, where you can also do, an internship or as a freelancing. So that is going to be an additional source of that can actually turn out to be an additional source of income for you. Okay, so you can start exploring those opportunities also. If you feel that you can teach well, maybe you can teach other kids into some tech fields, or you can enhance your skills into other professional skills that you can pass on by creating by going and teaching in various institutes which are there. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, if possible, can you share some names or links so that I can refer?
Not at the moment, but I will share when we connect personally. You can just DM me on her key.
Okay.
The Herky platform. All right. Okay. Yeah. So next. Okay, procrastination. How do you think procrastination is a roadblock to achieving your goals? Does anybody know what procrastination is?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Always just postponing things. Not now. I'll do it today. Yeah, maybe later. So you have to do it now. So the moment this thought comes into your mind that, let me just postpone it for tomorrow, I'll not do it today, rehne dete hai, let's give it a break, this and that. But procrastination will actually delay things and it'll break that continuity. So to avoid this kind of procrastination, say that yes, I'm responsible, and keep saying to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. Okay. All right. Mistakes in setting goals. So this is another big I would say challenge or hurdle. Either your goal is too big or you have set too many goals for yourself. It's not specific and it's not written. Anything else that can come into your mind? Can there be any other mistake that you can commit in setting your goals? No? What if it's not relevant to your main objective? It doesn't align. You just set it like that. Yeah. You choose a wrong direction or a wrong goal that doesn't align and you keep wasting your time. Okay. Health. Now, ladies, why do you think health is a challenge here? Can anybody please tell me, how do you think health is going to be a challenge or a hurdle?
Yes, ma'am. If we are not healthy, we can't do anything. Health is wealth.
Absolutely. Very, very right. You have to take care
Energy,
of
ma'am.
your health. Yes. Yes, your health is your backbone. Your health is wealth. Absolutely. So you need to take care of your health very, very well. Okay, today you are sitting at the comfort of your house, you have timings to have your lunch, breakfast, dinner, kabhi bhi kha liya, it's okay, rest kar liya. But when you start working, you have to balance the two. And at the same time, you need to keep your health in mind and as the first priority, the most important thing for yourself. Okay, because a healthy family starts with a healthy you. Okay, so it's very important to have a balanced, nutritious diet, get your regular medical checkup, keep your health in mind. Okay, do take care of your health. Okay, child. Yeah, as a mother, your child is not really a hurdle, I would say, but it's a big challenge. Who's going to take care of my child if I'm not there? Yeah, so if you have support at home, very good. Start delegating the task there. If you can, accommodate your in-laws or your mother, your parents who can come and take care of your kids, good. If there is a caretaker, I would say, advise you to install CCTV camera so that you can monitor how he or she is taking care of the child. Okay, a lot of times, even if you're going for your interview, it's important to have that kind of an open communication with the person who is doing the hiring, so that you set the priorities and everything very, very clear. A lot of organizations are also offering crutches, so if you have that facility, please take your child along with you, so that while you're working, your child is being taken care of. Okay. Relocation. How do you think relocation is a hurdle? Anyone?
We have to adjust to the environment. Everything has to be sorted from the beginning, from the scratch. It will take a lot of time.
Yes, yes, it takes time.
New languages arrange charges,
Yeah,
ma'am.
diverse.
Right, it's very, very diverse. So I think how you can overcome this challenge of relocation is that you look for opportunities which are more remote or uh, nomadic kind of. Learn the language is an issue. Yes, I know language is a big barrier. So either you learn the language, or I would say that when you relocate to a new place, try and go out and meet people and understand, small, small things, so that it becomes easy for you to adapt to that new place and the new people, the new environment. Okay, because when you build relationships, things become a little smooth. Of course, it's challenging initially, but again, it is a hurdle, because if you're moving from places to places, you can't keep switching jobs also. So opt for those kind of that kind of a work which can be done from home, or through freelancing, or through remote work, the remote work opportunities that you can look for. Okay. Travel is a challenge. It could be very far off. Your office workplace could be very far off. So if you can shift closer to your workplace. If that is not possible, then you can communicate it well in advance with the person who's taking your interview, that if you're looking for a hybrid kind of a work. So I think traveling twice a week can be still easy, but traveling every week, the entire week, can be a little tough. That is also a challenge. And if you explore different opportunities on different platforms, I think after COVID there has been a huge makeshift in the kind of working style uh, that has uh, that has started in a lot of organizations, whether it's hybrid, remote, or work from home opportunities. It's everywhere, Nurul. The traffic is heavy everywhere, but I think if you have the facility of metro somewhere, it helps you cut down on the travel time. Okay, but yes, if travel can be a hindrance for a lot of people, very, very challenging. Yeah. Okay, so always remember, you need to take care of yourself and you need to love yourself. All right. So, like it says, that proper prior planning prevents poor performance. So, you need to set your thinking right. You need to convert your negative thoughts into positive thoughts. It's very important to do a thorough self analysis of yourself through the SWOT. Answer those three questions, which actually act as a blueprint for your goal setting. Try to set your goals within the SMART goal framework. Visualize yourself as a person you want to become, and try to find ways to overcome the challenges and hurdles that you have. That will, when you start practicing all these things in advance, it will be easy for you to achieve your objective. It'll keep you focused, it'll keep you in the right direction, and it'll keep you away from distractions. All right. So if you want to live a happy life, you need to tie to a goal and not to people or things. Okay. So that brings us to the end of the session. I will open the platform for question and answers. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me. All right. Thank you, Arpana. Thank you. Yes, ladies, do you have any questions? Anyone has any questions? And whatever tools that I have shared, you're most welcome. All the tools that I have shared with you, start working on those tools. It'll be easy for you to set your goals and also achieve them. Okay, start taking responsibility for your own goals, for your own life. Okay, thank you. Yes, Rakshna, you want to ask something? Yes, Rakshna, please unmute yourself, dear.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Rakshna.
Yeah, ma'am. We came across the topic about the multiple goals we are having.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I strike the point there, ma'am. I've completed my MTech graduation.
Mm-hmm.
I did my tripling, but I'm not. I have many multiple goals. I cannot stick to the one goal.
Okay.
Like um, I want to become an electrical engineer once, and
Yeah.
I want to switch to an IT at once. And when I've discussed with my family, I want to crack an government job. So multiple goals, but I'm interested in everything. I want to become an electrical engineer. I want to become a software engineer, and I want to crack the government job as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It took a lot of time and created a lot of pressure on me.
So what are you doing at the moment,
How to
Rakshna?
solve this? Currently, I was preparing for my government exam. I kept aside my electrical engineering.
Okay.
I came across these jobs for her. I'm preparing for IT as well now.
Okay. See, I'll tell you what, if you have too many goals for yourself, then it's the biggest mistake in setting goals. Okay. Now, out of all these three options that you have listed for yourself, okay, you remember the first three questions that I had discussed? Okay. Try to write down the answers for all those questions. Okay. Analyze it, analyze all the three goals and see which is that one goal that you want to achieve. You want to achieve everything, which is very good, but then you have to start somewhere. It cannot happen that you start with something, you leave it in between and you move on to the next. That way you lose a lot of focus, a lot of time, and eventually you'll get so demotivated that you'll just give up. You'll say that I'm not able to do anything. So start picking up one goal at a time. Because all these goals that you have set for yourself, they are very, very good, but they are equally time consuming. You become an electrical engineer and then you say that I want to apply for a government job. Okay, fine. So either you become an electrical engineer and then you apply for a government job, that is fine. Or if you're truly interested in applying for a government job, then you have to study. Okay, after that also you can pursue a degree. So what is your objective? Do you want to study first, acquire a degree, and then get a job into the government domain, or you want to first see if you can apply for a government job first, get the job, crack the interview, and then pursue your career, your studies further? Because all these things are very time consuming and they require a lot of effort and consistency. Cracking a government job is not that easy. Okay, ESO is acquiring a certification, because there is a duration for every course. So you have to set it right, which is that first thing that you want to pick up first. Okay.
Okay,
And if you
ma'am. Fine.
All right. In case you have any further confusion, you can just reach out to me. You can just DM me, and we can have a discussion around it so that things become clearer for you. We both can sit together and do your SWOT and to do your SWOT analysis and help you understand. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Yamini, I would suggest if you can just put in your Herky profile URL here so that it is easier for them to follow you and connect with you.
Perfect. I'll just do that.
Because there are many who have the questions or they want to further discuss with you. So it's great that ladies, you can directly DM Yamini on the Herky profile of hers. We have a DM feature there, and any questions, anything what you want to discuss with Yamini about this session today or even moving forward, you can connect with her there.
Yeah. I think, Asha, you are asking me any genuine work from home job portals, my dear. I think Herky is like the biggest portal. We have almost more than 15,000 organizations out there. Okay. And you can also apply the work from home filter here. That is something you will learn during your job search strategy. Okay. But before I can advise you any further, I also need to know a little bit about your background, Asha. What is your domain, your experience? Okay.
I worked as a Java developer previously, ma'am, but I have a career gap around 6+ years.
Okay.
So it is getting difficult to get job in the current market.
All right.
So I'm looking for, instead of being idle, I thought of doing some work so that I can financially independent.
Okay, great. But Asha, there are a lot of aspects to it. If you want to even start applying after a gap of 6 years, the first you need to see if there are any changes, any latest technology. I think technology is like running at a very fast pace, so you have to see where Java stands. Is there any additional certification that you can acquire to further enhance your skill set to be eligible for the jobs? The second is that you also, because for every job that you apply, you also have to send out a resume, right? So how well crafted your resume is also another thing. Okay. How you need to prepare for the interview is also another thing. Okay. And building your professional network along with the professional profile is also very, very important, because when you send out your resume, people check you out online before even calling you for an interview. So there are a lot of things that you need to work upon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You can also reach out to me, and then I can have a session with you. I mean, we can just reach out and we can work together.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay. You're most welcome. Anybody else has any questions?
No questions, ma'am.
Okay. Perfect. And I think they don't have any questions.
Hello?
Yes, Preeti.
Can you give me
Yes.
suggestions?
Your voice is echoing, Preeti. So,
Hello?
yes, Preeti.
Can you give me for improving communication suggestions, ma'am?
Communication.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What communication suggestions you're asking me for? See, communication skills is actually divided into three things. Either it's your verbal communication, the non-verbal, which is written, and the vocal. How you speak, the tone, and the modulation of your voice. So when it comes to verbal communication, how you can enhance your communication skills is that you start reading things aloud. Okay. When you read something, try recording yourself and see how your tone is going, how well you're speaking. Okay. Another way is that you can listen to a lot of different types of TED Talks on YouTube to see how people are communicating, the body language, okay, the confidence with which they are speaking. And when it comes to non-verbal, if you just pick up any random thought, or just write 2-3 lines about the field. If I say that, okay, define Preeti, you define yourself. Okay. Or how you would want to define your younger self, whatever it is. So just pick up any random topics and start writing things about it. Okay. This way you can do it. Yes, Preeti.
Yes, ma'am. I am a Kannada medium student. I want to improve my English communication. That's
If
why
you want
I'm.
to improve your English communication, then you can apply for courses which are available online. Okay. Start
Okay.
seeing a lot of videos. There are a lot of free videos also which are available. You can start with the basics, start practicing them, enroll for the courses, and try to, this will actually help you enhance your communication skills. But again, whatever you are, learning, try to implement it also and try to practice it to polish your skills. Again, it's a skill. It will take time to, master it. But yes, with consistent effort, I'm sure you'll be able to do it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome, dear. Anybody else has any questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hi.
My name is Pallavi.
Yes, Pallavi. Hi.
Actually, my one is problem is whenever actually I'm looking for a Java developer, I know
Mhm.
the everything about the coding, but in the time of the interview, I feel nervous. I think the I'm um, giving the answer is wrong. I'm not confident myself.
Okay, see, Pallavi, that nervousness and lack of confidence is bound to come. Okay, but what I stated in the during the session was that there are a lot of things that you can work on yourself. You need to practice. You need to do. You know your subject. You know everything about Java developing. You know about coding, right? So you have all that knowledge. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
You
yes,
know.
I do.
Okay. Do a little bit research about the organization that you're going for. Okay, when you go for an
Okay.
interview, list down, you can just Google what are the expected, the set of questions that are expected for whatever position that you're applying for. Okay, it'll give you an idea
Okay.
of all the questions. What are the expected answers? Okay, how
Okay.
you present yourself, on LinkedIn. What is the professional presence of you on the digital platform? Whether it's LinkedIn, it's Herky, everywhere. Try to refine and polish it. The nervousness. See, when you start working on all these things, and you need to keep practicing, it
Okay.
will automatically come down. And you have to keep boosting yourself, keep practicing, keep recording yourself, see where you need to improvise. The
Okay.
nervousness is bound to happen. I'm not denying it. But to overcome that nervousness, when you see, you know everything about Java developing. So, what exactly do you think the interview is going to ask? He's going to only test your knowledge. They can try and tweak those questions, but if you're well prepared to answer those questions, then that nervousness should easily fade away. Okay. And don't go with
Okay.
this doubt in your mind that the rejection, I will not get selected, and although my answer will be wrong. No, even if you're giving a wrong answer, if you give it with confidence, it impresses your interviewer. At least she has made an attempt. But if you get that confusion or that nervousness on your face, the person knows that this candidate is not the right fit for this particular role. Okay. So when you
Okay, ma'am.
practice, you do your thorough research, you have all the knowledge. Okay, you know
Okay.
what to answer. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, dear. Ladies, I also shared my Herky profile. We should not expect success. We should be able to accept failure. So now this will go away. Yes, yes. I don't have any Herky online classes, but I think I can conduct a session on that. Let me think of a session that I can have on communication. All right. Yes. Anybody else?
Ma'am, I
Yeah,
just wanted to ask you, I mean, at what time I can ping you on Herky?
you
What
can
is
ping.
your preferable time?
Nini, you can ping me, Afreen. I will reply back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever your questions and queries are. All right. And I will reply back to
Okay, ma'am.
you.
Okay, so I guess this brings us to the end of the session, Yamini.
My God. Okay, but it was a good session. I got to know a lot of points from a lot of women, So, yeah, one thing we can have a session communication skills, and I have to craft out how we can deliver it.
Yes. So those who are asking for, the teaching sessions per se from Yamini, Yamini does a lot of, sessions on Herky portal. You can
Mm.
follow Yamini. You can keep checking there are many sessions which keeps happening on the Herky portal. right? And on various topics, not only just goal setting or communication, various topics she covers there, and she talks about a lot more things. So you can please follow those sessions and be the participant there. So thank you, Yamini. This is an amazing session, and I